Okay, now I'm going to get into the one-point proctors. There's two of them. Arizona 232, which is method A, and then Arizona 246, which is alternate method D. I'm going to demonstrate method A, then I'll tell the differences between method A and alternate method D. For method A, we need approximately 2,500 grams of minus number 4 material. So I grab a number 4 sieve, sieve some material over that, use the material that passes the number 4 sieve for my method A proctor. As I'm sieving it, I make sure I break up all the clods that are in here. I want to get all the minus 4 material through here. Now I'm not going to get all the 2,500 gram sample. I'm just showing you how to get the minus 4 material. So here I have my approximately 2,500 gram sample of minus 4 material. The moisture content I'm looking for is slightly less than optimal. Now, there is no way to determine if you're slightly less than optimum. One thing you can do is go ahead and squeeze some material in your hand, form it into a cast. It should remain molded after you release pressure. If it don't, then it's too dry. If you squeeze water out as you're squeezing, then it's too wet. Once you have your moisture content you're looking for, you need to cover it with a damp cloth or a lid so that you don't lose any moisture. Now I can come over here. I have my mold. I need to get my initial weight of my mold without the collar. This is the mold in the base plate. I'm going to record that weight to the nearest 1 gram. Weight is 4407.2. That round to 4407 grams. Now, if you have a scale that weighs in pounds, you would weigh it to the nearest 0.01 pound. Once you have your empty weight of your mold and base plate, put the collar back on. You're going to compact your sample on a dense, uniform, rigid, and stable foundation. Place it on there. We have our sample over here. I'm going to compact it in 3 equal lifts. 25 blows per lift using my rammer. My rammer is a 5.5 pound rammer with a 12-inch drop. When I compact it, I want to make sure I go all the way up to the top, so I'm getting that 12-inch drop. So I'm listening for that click at the top, so I know I'm getting the full 12-inch drop. 3 equal lifts. Compacting each lift, the material that's in your pan has to be covered with your damp cloth so that you don't lose any moisture. I'm going to apply 25 blows using my rammer. I want to make sure I hold my rammer vertical. Make sure that the sleeve is resting on the material. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. This is the third lift, the final lift. Back in my third lift, I'm going to bring this back over to my table. I need to remove the collar without breaking the plug off below the top of the mold. With my spatula, what I'm doing is I'm freeing the material up so that I can remove the collar without breaking the mold off, the plug off below the top of the mold. Loosen up the collar. You can move it, lift it up. The total compacted depth is approximately 5 inches. If the plug does break off below the top of the mold, as I remove the collar, then I have to start over again. If the height is less than to the top of the mold here, then I would have to start over again. Now I need to get rid of the excess. I do that with my straight edge. Just shave the material off. Shave the material so that it's even with the top of the mold. There's a beveled edge on this straight edge. It's best to use that bevel as you're scraping the material off. Okay, as I was leveling it, I created some voids that are below the top of the mold. I can fill those with the fine material that I shaved off. Just fill the voids. Lightly press it in with your straight edge. And then again, make sure you level it with even with the top of the mold. Keep doing this until you get all the voids filled and the material is even with the top of the mold. Once I have that, I need to get rid of excess from the outside of the mold. Get all the excess off the outside of the mold. Now you weigh it to the nearest 1 gram. Now I need to get my sample out of my mold. First I'm going to take the mold out of the base plate. This is a split ring mold, so I can loosen up the split here. You have a rubber mallet here, you can tap the side to free it up. Lift straight up. So now my sample's out of the mold. I need to cut it in half. To do that, it's best to lay it on its side with your straight edge. Put it on the half there and hit it with your mallet a few times. I have 2 halves. From one of these halves, I need to shave off a minimum of 300 grams of material from the full length, top to bottom, and width of my face. Starting at the top, side to side, all the way to the bottom, shaving off material. I need a minimum of 300 grams of material. I need to use everything that I shaved off. Now I have over 300 grams, but I still have to use everything that I shaved off, so I have to get all this material in For the moisture, you record your weight to the nearest tenth of a gram, or 0.1 gram. Okay, now if I'm going to dry this in an oven or a hot plate, I'm going to dry it at approximately 230 degrees Fahrenheit. Once I dried it to a constant weight, I determine my moisture. I'm going to report my moisture to the nearest 0.1%. And that's it for method A, Proctor.